What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Yugioh Sevens video. Today, guys, we're going to be going over two brand new characters that will be going into the Yugioh 7 series. Now, I'm very excited about this video because anytime a new character is introduced, I'm always excited to learn about them and what these characters are going to be. Although, I should quickly mention that one character I will be talking about does not actually have a bio. This was actually announced during Jump Festa. There was a specific reason why I didn't mention it in the Jump Festa videos, because I wanted to do a video like this. I didn't want to just talk about one certain character, so I decided to do it in two characters for one video. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be going over today, guys. So, let's not waste any time, and let's get right into it. So, the first character we're going to go over is the one that was announced in Jump Festa, and I'm going to do this every time I use this site, but thank you to Yugioh organization for giving us this information. So let's get right into it. A new character will appear in the show named Arisugawa Django. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that name right. Played by Saki Yusuke. Which, fun fact, this Saki Yusuke actually does opening one for Yugioh Sevens. So that's actually pretty cool that the singer who does the opening is actually being a part of the show. I think that's actually really cool. As for the character itself, to me, and I'm gonna apologize, it's been a long time since I've seen this series, so if I pronounced the name wrong, I do apologize. This character looks like someone from the Beyblade Metal Saga. Kyoya, I believe is how you pronounce his name. This guy looks exactly like him. I think the only difference is that it looks like, from the image, it looks like he has yellow hair in the back of his head. So he looks a little bit different, but honestly, he looks exactly like that character. And honestly, I really do like its design. This is all we get from him. We got no bio on this whatsoever. I even looked it up and there was just no bio. All it says is that this is a character that's going to be in Yugioh Sevens. So that's really all we have for this character. Though, this might be a little bit of spoiler. I have no idea, but I'm just going to say it anyway. We know that this character is going to be in the next episode. Episode 31 of Yugioh Sevens. Yugioh Sevens episode 30, yeah, excuse me, appeared yesterday of the time of this recording. I'm recording this on Saturday. Hopefully you guys get this Saturday night or Sunday morning, whatever time I upload this or get this editing done. But episode 30 aired, and the episode 31 preview shows this character dueling. I'm not going to say who it is for the people that have not watched it, but I will just confirm that this character is going to be in the next episode. As for his personality and all that stuff, we have no idea. Again, we have no bio on this character whatsoever, so there's really not much else I can really talk about this. Based off the preview, he seems like a cocky kind of character where he's going to be like overconfident of himself, I believe. I could be completely wrong in that. It just looks that way from one we see. Or I think he thinks of himself highly of himself, so I feel like that's the route that he might go. But again, we don't have any confirmation on this because we have no bio in this. We don't even know where this goes from, which, looking at the suit, it looks like he's going to be part of the Goha 6 Elementary, so to have another character a part of the 6 Elementary is really cool. I do wish we got a bio on this character, but there's nothing we can really do about that. Now, the next character we're going to go over, I'm very excited about, because this is actually the third member of Asana's team. You know, you have Asana, we have Galient, which we saw in episode 29. Now we have this character, which is a pretty cool design, honestly. I really do like this. He kind of looks like a magician. His name is Chevelle Kayama. And again, if I'm pronouncing these wrong, I do apologize. Another student of Goha 6 who mobilizes together with Asana like Galient. He has the capability to understand what the pigeon perching on his shoulder, hand trap, says. So that's a very interesting thing. All we get is we know that he is a member of the team. We already kind of knew that just based off of his design. And he can talk to a bird. I mean, I'm not surprised because Yugioh Sevens has already been a weird show. I shouldn't be surprised at this. But it's very interesting. I really hope he uses like a spellcaster type deck or something like that. I feel like that would really fit his deck as well. And that's really what we have for this. We don't really have much on this character other than the fact that we know that he is going to be a part of Asana and Galient's team, and that he can talk to a pigeon. So that's really all I have. I guess what I'm going to do for the last couple of minutes, because obviously this is a way shorter video than I want, so I kind of want to talk about their roles in this series. So let's get straight into it. So I guess the first character we can kind of talk about is Arisugawa. Excuse me, I can say the name for a second. For this character, I feel like this character might end up being a one-shot character. I feel like he's just going to duel Rook, and that's going to be it. Though, I will say, though, since we actually got news that he's going to be into the show, I feel like he's going to have a little bit more importance. Metsuboro, before the show even began, was given a bio as well. So it could be possible, but yet again, we didn't actually get a bio on this character, so I really do not know. I would love for him to be in the series, because that would actually give 4 members of the group. You would have Asana, you would have Galient, you would have this Chevelle person, I'm assuming that's the way you would have to pronounce his name, and Arisugawa. And then you have your 4v4, you know, these 4 characters versus the main 4, and that would be perfect. As for who the characters they would duel, Asana would easily duel Yuga, that's no doubt about it. Galient and Gakuto, no doubt about that, because of the fact of what happened in episode 29. And then these 2 characters have interesting spots. Now, originally, and this is all hypothetical, if this is the case, hypothetically, and let me know you guys' thoughts on who these 4 would be the duel, who these would duel each other for. For Arisugawa, dang it, I just realized that this is going to spoil stuff. You know what, it's fine. Honestly, I might just put a spoiler warning, to be honest. So that's what I'm probably going to do. I'm going to put a spoiler warning at the beginning of the video, just saying that. But for the character that I want to duel Arisugawa, at first I thought Rook, because we know in episode 31 he's actually going to be dueling Rook. But in terms of the long run, I honestly was thinking Romin, to be honest. Because I feel like Romin, well, maybe it's just, you know what, no, it would have to be Rook, because I was trying to think of what Romin would be a part, but honestly, Rook, it just makes more sense because of the dueling. I was thinking maybe Romin could have been the one that actually duel him, but since Rook is dueling him, I think it makes the most sense, so I'm going to change my answer and go with Rook. And then the Chevelle character, the Chevalier character, I think would be good for Romin, because that's the only character left, which it feels weird to me, because Rook is the strongest duelist in this group, and that's why I felt like Chevalier would be perfect for Rook, because of the fact that, you know, he is the strongest duelist. No one has beaten him. He's beat the protagonist. He has beaten, well, I don't know if he's beaten Gakuto or Romin, but he's beaten characters before, and even though, yeah, he has not had that many big wins since against Yuga, and technically Neil did beat him, and then Yuga ended up beating him, so there's a good chance that Yuga could beat Rook, but we don't know that yet. Maybe Rook could still beat Yuga, so I feel like for your strongest character, I feel like Chevalier would be the person, and that's where a whole conflict comes with this, because if Rook has the 2, then what does Romin have? You could give Romin but then Rook is just on the outside, unless there comes a 2v1, which we have not seen in the series. Would be cool though, but I don't think it would make really that much sense. I feel like a 1v1 makes the most sense, and you could say, well, what about Romin dueling Galient or Asana, because, you know, Asana would be perfect because it's a girl v girl, and then maybe Galient because it's another option. That can't happen. Obviously not Asana, because if she duels her, she's going to lose. She is the main antagonist of the series. There is no way you are having Romin beating this character, because, and honestly, if Romin beat her, that would be a shock. That would be in history as one of the most shocking results in a duel. I know Ray pulled it off against Zark, but I just feel like Romin doesn't make any sense. There has not been any, like, there hasn't been anything to show that she would duel Asana. And the same with Galient. Galient has only been is more focused on Gakuto, or should be more focused on Gakuto, because of what happened with Ron's and Renosuke. So having Romin stepping in there makes no sense. I feel like Galient and Gakuto should be a set automatically, because of the fact that of the whole Ron's Renezuke thing that happened. But Asana cannot work. And I want you guys to help me down below. And maybe there is another character they can introduce, but there isn't been a character, so this is based off what I have to go to. And that's why I was thinking of Romin. But again, that duel makes me have a problem with that. That's why I kind of wished Romin was the one that dueled this guy, because of the fact that that would just be perfect. Then you have Chevalier go against Rook, but now you have a situation where Romin would have to duel Chevalier in this scenario, and obviously this is probably not the case, might I add, because of the fact that we don't even know this character, which I'm almost guaranteed this character is just going to be a one-shot and that's it. I feel like if there's going to be an important character in this main group, and that's why it bothers me that there's not a fourth one, it really bothers me, but I feel like just off that precedence, that's what it looks like. It looks like Romin has to Chevalier, which doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't, because Rook is the strongest one. You would think he would be doing one of the top 3, but that's not looking like the case, or at least from my perspective it doesn't. It looks like he's going to be doing this nobody that we didn't even get a bio on, so I just do not have an idea what in the world this is going to go on. But that's honestly what I have to put it as, because there's no other way unless you have Rook duel Chevalier and Romin just duel no one. I mean, maybe you can focus on more of the rivalry, but when it actually gets into intense moments, you can't just interrupt it with Romin trying to grow as a duelist with, or a rivalry with Tsuchiko. That would just feel out of place, I believe. So this makes it so hard to do this, because, and you could maybe say, well, what about Ron and Renezuke? I feel like if they're going to do anything, they're going to target Yuga and Gakuto. Yuga because of Ron's crush on him. I feel like that would make the most sense to target Yuga, because she would have a hard time, and Yuga being a nice guy, it would be hard for him to want to duel against his comrades. And the same with Gakuto. I feel like Rook and Romin would have the same thing. I feel like those two have a more relationship towards the other two, especially in the sense of Ron's love for Yuga. So that doesn't really make sense either. It doesn't put them in a situation either. So I guess the only way that it can work is that the Chevelle person duels Rook and Romin, which I would like to see, don't get me wrong. It's just, I feel like him taking on 2 opponents and then having, because unless he beats Rook and Romin, which I feel like wouldn't happen, I don't know why, it would be amazing. That would be really shocking that this guy can knock out 2 characters with one, he can knock out these 2 characters, these very tough opponents. And that would make him a big threat, because he took out the strongest one, and now Yuga has to stand against this guy, which honestly I feel like he'd be more powerful than Asana. Or you maybe have Romin duel Chevalier, and you have Rook duel Asana, lose, and then Yuga gets in there. But that kind of undermines Rook and what he's been so far in the series. I don't know, it's complicating, but I've given you guys all these points, so let me know all your guys' thoughts down below. I think you guys are more creative when it comes to that stuff, so definitely in the comment section below, give me your guys' thoughts on who do you think should go together. And if you think there should be another character added, and you don't think this new character, this green-haired character, Arisugawa, is not going to really do much, and you think another character should fit in the role, let me know that, and maybe that might be the opponent. I feel like that's the best chance, but I wish we would have gotten a bio earlier if that was the case, so I don't believe that a new character is just going to become a part of the 4, and then it's going to be a 4v4. This is the best chance that we honestly have, but honestly, looking from it, I really doubt that. So I'd love to hear all your guys' creative thoughts on this, because I know you guys are pretty creative. To be honest, probably more creative than I could probably think of. I mean, I literally just went on a whole ramble of why stuff couldn't really happen. It would just be all weird. I mean, I'm just going to leave this to you guys. I think this is just going to be easier on me, and I just like to see what you guys' thoughts on this are. So, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was definitely a short video. Oh, actually, it's longer than I thought it was going to be, but I just kind of went on probably like an 8-minute rant, or not an 8-minute rant, probably like a 5 or 6 minute rant on what these characters would probably duel against in the series. I was basically predicting this series going out, but I don't know. And if you think there's a character that I didn't mention that might be a good person for this guy, I can't ever pronounce his name, Arisugawa, sorry. if you think another character should duel this character, let me know, because I didn't mention Mesaburo, Khan, or any of those characters, and maybe that's a chance that that becomes his rival, or not rival, like it's person that he faces out off of during the series. I have no idea. Or if there's a character that you think should face Chevelle, maybe you guys have an idea for that as well. But guys, that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, guys, take care. Have yourselves a great rest of your day.